Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has dropped $24K into GameStop. Now, you guys have probably heard this several times already. Saw it on Twitter, saw it on YouTube, saw it on TikTok. It's true. Here's what he has to say. In quotes, to match action with words, I just invested $24,000 in GameStop from the fees I earned from suing Monsanto for the knowingly poisoning our soil and causing cancer. Hashtag GameStop. Now, what does this have to do and why did he have to add this in? Because of this. He says in quotes, I'm very aware of what the average retail investor has been saying about the need for greater transparency in our markets, stronger regulatory oversight, and tougher penalties for market manipulation and criminal behavior. My administration will support the ape retail rebellion and enact aggressive Wall Street reforms. This is a beautiful thing to see. But the question lies in today's video, are we going to get transparency? Are regulators on our side? Watch until the end of the video, like the video for me, subscribe to the channel, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to cover before we get into real deep stuff with the CAT system, $10.5 million worth of GameStop calls were bought at the ask in the last 10 minutes of the trading yesterday, which is, you're going to see this video going up today in real time, but yesterday this happened, and that's actually today. I'm going to be busy for the entire day tomorrow, but I will be in Discord, so if you want to come talk with me, make sure to be in there, guys. But the CAT system. I want to talk about a couple of updates. First of all, the past couple of days, a ton of options. Calls specifically have been loaded up towards the end of day for June, late June, and that's going to be a number that we're going to talk about. Here are some important dates. The 24th of May, the last day for CAT reporting obligation. That's this Friday. That's important. There's also a test, another test tomorrow, Wednesday, or today when you're watching this. And then the 28th of May. T+1 will be implemented also on the 28th of May, the CAT compliance required by the SEC, and then the 31st of May, the CAT will be activated, so June may be a crazy month. However, filed today, a temporary exemption was granted by the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, for certain financial exchanges and associations from specific reporting requirements under the Consolidated Audit Trail Plan. Exemption request, they asked to delay the need to record and report these specific types of electronic responses to RFQs until July 31st, 2026, 2 years out. What does this mean? First of all, let's check out this. The NYSE and SIBO for traders want an exemption for RFQs, which are requests for quotes, meaning when they go to type in AMC or GameStop to look up the price, they have to report that lookup. All they got was an exemption to report every single price lookup. Stop the FUD. Now, is this all that is? Let's take a look in a little bit of a deeper dive. This basically grants them a temporary conditional exemption related to the reporting of responses to electronic requests for quotes. This exemption is specifically for responses to RFQs that are not immediately actionable, meaning they require further action by the responder to execute a trade. Now, what does that mean? We're going to break it down. Here's a scenario. Broker-dealer is looking to buy 10,000 shares of company XYZ. The broker-dealer sends an RFQ to several liquidity providers asking for their best offer price for the 10,000 shares. One of the liquidity providers responds with an offer to sell the shares at $50 a share, but this offer is contingent upon the broker-dealer confirming the trade. So to execute the trade, the broker-dealer must send a confirmation message back to the liquidity provider agreeing to buy the 10,000 shares at the offered price of $50 a share. Only after the confirmation is received can the trade be executed. So initially, this sounds like a nothing burger, but why would they have to implement this and keep this as a random loophole if it was a nothing burger? This may be a way to hide spoofing. We're going to jump into that right now. One of the exchanges listed in the filing is MEMX, which is an ATS, aka dark pool, that Citadel abuses like Ken abuses his wife. It's a joke. Now, a 2-year relief on RFQ is not a huge deal. In stock trading, RFQs are more commonly used in certain contexts and markets than in others. Contexts where RFQs are commonly used are OTC markets. They're frequently used in OTC markets where trades involve less liquid securities such as corporate bonds, municipal bonds, and derivatives. In these markets, prices are not continuously quoted, so traders request quotes from multiple dealers to find the best price. Or institutional trading. Institutional investors often use RFQs when executing large block trades to minimize market impact and get better pricing. These trades are negotiated off exchange to avoid the market price with a large order. So what does this all mean? This basically means that there are some exchanges, ATSs, alternate dark pools, where institutions can trade large block trades, or not necessarily, right? Maybe some small ones, and they don't have to necessarily report them immediately, okay? Not immediately actionable. This is where this stands. This is where this lies, and of course, they can spoof through dark pools and do fake shares through dark pools, and this is probably the loophole that is going to stand, and it's not a good thing to see. Leave your comments down below. This brings me into the next thing since we're breaking down FUD. GameStop was already up 101%, 237 million shares traded before Roaring Kitty even liked a post, which tells me something bigger is setting up on GameStop. MACD has also flipped green on the monthly chart since the first time we squoze back in January. Okay, it also broke out of a 3-year wedge. They have $1 billion in cash. Ryan Cohen is running the company, etc., etc. GameStop looked beautiful, still holding this line. Again, like I said, we'll come up into this zone between 25.50 and 32 and then smash above, hopefully. That's what we're watching. I do still hold my calls on AMC and GameStop. If you want to know my trades as soon as I take them, they're in the Discord under the video. AMC also trying to hold this ascending support trend line, but it is testing a break lower. Watching for 350 very bottom on AMC and 18 very bottom on GameStop if this day that you're watching this video is bearish. Now, Brazil to finalize Bitcoin, crypto, and stablecoin regulations this year. And finally, Trump campaign is now accepting Bitcoin and crypto, which leads us into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is holding $70,000. This could be the fastest head and shoulders pattern you've ever seen on the 1-hour chart. I don't think that is the case. I think Bitcoin still has more room to go. Watch for when this thing caps out, the SPY caps out, Nvidia caps out, for the memes to essentially cap out. I think AMC, GameStop, FFIE, Dogecoin, SHIB, the list goes on and on, are just beginning. And there is going to be tons and tons of opportunity in these types of markets. And if you don't want to miss them, be sure to be in the Discord. It's under the video. This is going to bring me into the S&P 500. Now, what you're seeing right here is a forecast and a wedge that my indicator has drawn out on the SPY. You can see that the RSI is overbought, testing the 70. We also previously had about a 6% correction on the SPY and have been ripping over the past couple of weeks, which is exactly what we called out. There are two scenarios here. One, SPY gets a little pullback like you see here, where my indicator shows down to 520, back up to 535, which is our price target, and then moves higher to 546 to 5500 to 5600 and caps out where the RSI is way overbought, and then we have a crash or a bigger correction. That's scenario one. Scenario two is we hug like this and consolidate very slow, getting hammer candles until the RSI cools down and we can push higher. Those are the two scenarios on the SPY. Nvidia also attempting to push higher. We have earnings tonight when you're watching this video. Good luck. If you aren't in calls yet, guys, the premium is probably outrageous. The implied volatility is going to be too high. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but be careful trading Nvidia. Last but not least, we called it out and have been talking about it for a couple weeks now. Tesla. I have been bullish on Tesla over the next couple of months. I said it's coming up to 230. Beautiful inverse head and shoulders right here that you can see on Tesla. Now building the week above 176, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. I do still hold my Tesla calls. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this thing that the SEC just passed with the CAT system. Let me know if you got my custom indicator. It's the top link under the video. Don't sleep on it. Get your free stocks with Mumu, the second link. All of these links are meant to help you out in your trading journey. Level yourself up. I guarantee you can get through all of these links in 10 minutes. You're going to have a brand new indicator. You're going to have free stocks that you can sell and collect the cash, or just have a new broker to trade on that's free. You're going to be in a Discord with amazing people who talk stocks and crypto, options, trading alerts, and I post my trades as soon as I take them, and you can talk with me as well. And you're going to get 40% off visual sectors, which shows you where money is flowing throughout the entire market, throughout the entire options market, using code LOTTERY at checkout. So go get premium for them as well. That is it, guys. I'm so happy I see people signing up for the indicator down here. Can't wait for you guys to make some money off of this. Love you all. Lottery Stocks out.